All right, guys, mega drop this week. We have a really cool new promotion from Daiwa with these awesome Kage bags. We're also going to announce the winners from our custom sort of Japan trip giveaway. And then we have the new Respect series from Megabass. It's going to be a good one. How's it going, guys? Travis here from Tackle Bros, Tackle Prez on Instagram with QTR_46, aka Ashton. Went in the reverse there. You like that? All right, this is Tackle Bros Fishing. Check us out on all of our regular channels. That's Instagram. I think we're on Facebook. Obviously, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Speaking of YouTube, we released a video on Tuesday of us doing some amazing fishing with our good friend Hideki from Teckel. So I want to thank Hideki for taking us out on a phenomenal fishing trip on Lake Biwa. If you guys haven't checked that video out, please check it out. Ashton spent a lot of time editing it down. We just released some of the footage on Instagram. It's going pretty crazy. So thank you guys for all the support. I had a blast, caught my new personal best largemouth, caught my new personal best bass, which is phenomenal. If you guys are familiar, like up north, the northern strain largemouth and obviously smallmouth, they don't get really to that double digit very often, if at all. So this is really my first time being in a body of water where I could catch a double digit bass. So we're gonna start this new series called Breaking 10. Basically, we're gonna travel around, try to get me a double digit bass, which is a goal that I've had for a very long time, and I'm excited to do it. So if you guys want to follow along, check that video out. It's pretty dope. I think it's like 25 minutes, so not too bad. Just a really cool one of us fishing the most famous lake in Japan, Lake Biwa. All right, that being said, I'm going to announce the winners from the Japan buying video where me and Ashton went to a Japanese sort of bank fishing festival. We got a bunch of custom color stuff. We got 6 winners. We've randomly drawn them. So what I'm going to get you guys to do, if I announce you, shoot me an email or message me on Instagram at TacoPrez, and then I will verify with you guys. We've sort of figured out a way that we can verify that it's your account. I'm just going to list off your YouTube accounts. Ash is actually going to put them also up as I go. Let's start with this one. Koike hat. Some other cool stuff. This is going to be Joey Thompson X7K. So we're going to write JT here. This is Joey Thompson. All right, so this is the Ashton box. So this is the custom, B custom, the K-Tech, just some cool stuff. This is going to go to, not going to try it. I'm just going to put it right here. Boom. All right. Another Koikai box. This is going to go to Nate Horner, 8141. Let's go to Slide Swimmer. This is a Slide Swimmer prize pack. This is going to go to Matt Robinson, 7938. Big name. And then the last box is going to go to, this is just some OSP stuff. That's super cool Blitz hat. This is going to go to 420 Support. And then the Tackle Bros prize pack. So this is the bag with like all of our custom stuff in it. Is going to go to Dusty Bacon 91. So if that is you guys, message me on my Instagram. Thank you guys for playing. We're gonna keep doing stuff like this because there's a lot of events out there that they do stuff, and I think it's cool to bring it back and share it with everybody. So we're gonna do that. All right. Moving on, we have a really cool drop this week. You guys are going to really like this one. I'm going to start right hot out of the gate with the brand new Respect Series 70 TLO. So this is going to be the new Respect Series color from Megabass. If you guys aren't familiar with Respect, Megabass basically releases a custom respected color from their lineup once a month, and this is the 70th abbreviation of that. You guys are probably familiar with a color that came out earlier this year, TLC. This is the sister color to TLC. So this is going to be Twilight Orange. I'm just going to read you a little bit of the characteristics of it because they do a better job explaining it than me. This color originated around 2002 in some of their topwater baits. So we're going to start right here on the back. It's going to have that sort of IL blue scale pattern fading into a white tail section. And then you're going to have a clear side with sort of a copper toned upper side section, I'll say, and then into an OB, which I love OBs, dude. So this is a really cool color. Like I said, it's gonna stand for Twilight Orange, available in some really cool baits. So we'll run through that quickly. Starting right here with the Vision 110 as usual. This is always the highlight. We're gonna have the 110 plus one. We're gonna have the Junior plus one, which is actually my favorite jerkbait ever made. They did this in a bunch of cool baits. The 110 Junior. The X75 Nanahan, looks great in that. Upside down. How's that? X75 Nanahan. X80 Trick Dart. Love it when they do this one. This is the Live X Revenge. The Ko Ayu Slide Sinker. Vision 95. A lot of wicked jerkbait styles. Giant Dog X. Looks great in that. And then all three sizes of pop. So we're gonna have in the Pop Max. That looks money. Pop X. And then the Baby Pop X. So for you BFS guys. Yeah. So those are all available now. Such a sick color, especially for right now. It's kind of reminiscent of fall. So check out TLO, the latest Megabass Respect Series color 70. We talk about it almost every week. We have another restock of Sakamata Shad. I know we got a restock of Sakamata Shads every week. We keep getting in these little batches of them. I'm gonna keep bringing it to your guys' attention. It's kind of the most hyped up bait in the world right now. So as long as it continues to be that, I'm just gonna keep throwing it in there quickly. We're gonna start here with 6-inch. So this is gonna be IU color. And then moving down to 5-inch, which seems to be the most popular size. I'm gonna start right here with Pearl White. We're gonna have White Clear Silver Flake, Silver Shad, happy to have that guy back. Watermelon Pro Blue, the North American exclusive color Indie Soggy. It's a dope one, little purple, it's almost like a purple shad. Good color. Biwako Wakasagi, Reservoir Shad, Champagne Pepper Neon Pearl, and then finally one of my personal favorites, Electric Shad. So there's that guy there. And that's what's going to be back in stock in the 5-inch Sakamata Shads for right now. I'll just keep updating you guys as they come in. Now, also from Deps, one of the coolest giant worms in the Kincoo Air. We have a restock on a bunch of the colors. If you're not familiar with the Kincoo Air, this is Deps's 13-inch, basically gigantic worm. What sets this worm apart, they've embedded these air holes all throughout the entire bait. So the entire thing is ribbed with the air holes. This is gonna give it like a beautiful, subtle action. It's also gonna help with buoyancy. It looks very natural and lifelike in the water. So if you guys are in an area where they're eating 13-inch worms, this is a great one from Deps. And then slide swimmers. Something that we don't get in very often, but we got in a few colors of the smaller sizes. I'm gonna start here with the 145 sides. So Depth slide swimmer 145. This color's gonna be largemouth bass. It's a good one. 145 seems to be the most common size up here anyways. 175 is very palatable. The 250 is not even that bad, man. We also have Golden Shiner. It's a dope color. And then in the 115s, we got in a bunch of colors, including some new ones. This color is going to be Sardine. You see that on our dashie? Okay. We're going to have Greenback, Deadly Ketabas, Inoko, and lastly, Aurora Pink. Dope color. So the 115 is going to be just over 4.5 inches, so not an overly, you know, what's the word? Aggressive size? It's not an aggressive size. It's like a jerk bait. And then this is going to be just shy of 5 3/4, right? 145, 5.7 inches. 5.7 inches. Again, very palatable sizes, easy to throw. You don't need crazy specialized gear when you're getting into like this size of swim bait. Awesome, you know, legacy product from Deps. This is a classic. All right, let's move over to D-Style, which is one of your favorite brands, something you use all the time. We got a big restock this week in the Virola Shad, including 2 new colors. So we'll go over the restock and then we'll talk about the new colors. So if you're not familiar with the Virola Shad, this is the 4-inch version of it. So this is D-Style's take on the jig head minnow style of bait. It's gonna have a fork tail. It's also gonna have an air chamber, which is gonna allow it to sit pretty neutral buoyant. One thing I always look for in this style of bait is a realistic eye. This guy obviously has one, and it's available in some amazing colors. Has a great rolling action, so this is going to be one you're going to want to check out. We've had it here before a bunch of times, but something that we don't get in very often, so I do like to highlight it, and we got new colors. So that one that I was holding up right here, that is going to be Ayu, Maji Wakasagi, Maji Morocco. I love Morocco colors, man. This is a nice one with a dark on the back. Wagasagi, Escape Fish. This is kind of like Zako, if you're familiar with that. Hon Wakasagi. This one's sick. This is going to be Japan Fish. So it's sort of like a clear silver pepper. Awesome color. So yeah, that's a D-Style Virola Shad. Awesome bait. If you guys are into the jig head minnow thing, check that one out for sure. We decided to bring in another new bait from D-Style. This is going to be the 1.4 inch Mushiemon. So this is a subsurface walking bug style plastic bait. It's going to be elastomer, so it's going to be high float. You're going to want to use this with a number 1 or a number 2 style EWG hook. Basically, the bottom's going to be flat, so it's going to be able to be skipped up along the side of docks and under docks and in and around cover very well. And then it's going to have this beautiful little walking action back and forth. Now you can straight retrieve it. It's going to create some wake with these appendages kind of fluttering off to the side. It's just a really cool downsized bug profile finesse way that you can, you know, possibly get an extra bite if you're fishing in an area where they're sort of keyed in on small insects on the surface. It's just a cool one from D-Style. Something a little bit more unique. Now, if you want, you can also put this on like a Ned head and fish it on bottom. There's a lot of different options with this. You can fish it on a drop shot if you want, but the main intended way that they have designed this to be fished is that sort of just subsurface walking action. It's going to be high float because of that elastomer, and you're also going to want to keep this separate from your other traditional plastics. This is going to go with your elastomer pile. They're going to call their elastomer Duravidi. Okay, let's start right here with rock shrimp. So that's sort of that orange with black fleck color. Classic Kinkuru, so that black top and then sort of that gold clearish belly. Green pumpkin blue flake, it's an awesome one. And then vanilla soft, so white top with a clear belly with some blue and black fleck in there. Awesome looking color. Really cool bait, excited to use it this weekend. We're gonna use it this weekend. We're gonna give it a shot. Check that one out from D-Style. All right, a category that's sort of been blowing up recently, I think especially with forward-facing, sort of targeting specific fish, has been micro jigs. This is the D-Jig cover from D-Style. This is a really cool micro jig. So this is gonna have that same sort of finesse jig style of skirting, just how it's cut. So you're gonna have the short ones up here, long ones down here. This is also hand wire tied, and then it's gonna have this little resin keeper. I don't know if you can see that, Ash. Yes, so it's gonna have a little bit of a resin keeper there. It's gonna have a beautiful hook in it. So it's just sort of that downsized profile of finesse jig. This is something that we've been doing a lot of over the last, I don't know, couple years now, right? It's become a heavy tool in my arsenal. These are great just to be fished by themselves, or you can throw a little trailer on there, like a 2-inch Doe Live Craw, Okaibi, 2-inch bellows gill, anything like that. Super effective way to catch them. This is one of those things that I have just became so accustomed to throwing. There's a bunch of different ones in the shop. The other cool thing about this one is the price. It's gonna be $4.99 US, $6.99 Canadian. So pretty inexpensive for a JDM finesse jig. Let's talk sizes and colors. So as of right now, they're gonna be available in 3 different sizes, 2.3, 2.8, and 3.3 gram. That's gonna be basically all the sizes in between a 16th and an 1/8. So that finesse sizing. So we're gonna have a black blue, standard, green pumpkin. That one that I was holding before is going to be green pumpkin blue. And then we're going to have a smoke silver. So sort of the 3 main finesse jig colors. Just another great one. If you're getting into finesse jigs, this might be one to look at. If you're already throwing finesse jigs, might be a cool one to add to your arsenal. Also from D-Style, we decided to bring in a few other bags. So if you guys are bank fishing, or you're a co-angler, or, you know, any situation where you might need like a little side pouch, DStyle makes a really, really cool one. This is the DStyle System Shoulder Bag. Basically, you're gonna get this big open compartment that you can put all your little storage boxes in, throw some line in there. It's also gonna have a really cool front pouch for you to put more storage in. You're gonna have a little water bottle holder, 2 water bottle holders, double bubble. Just a really cool sort of, I mean, that look pretty cool. There's tons of little locations for you to put on a pair of scissors or a pair of pliers, anything like that. It's a cool one from DStyle. This is stuff that I like to bring in. I like these little individual bags. You can also use this wire system here to store like a piece of clothing if you want to put a hoodie or something in there. Just a really cool, like, subtle patch on there. Awesome bag from DStyle. And then we also brought in the DStyle fold down Bakkan bag. So this is going to be a semi-hard sided little fold down bag. Basically, you push this out here and you end up, dude, this is sick. That is cool. Just with a big storage bag. And then when you're done with it, basically just fold it back down, put everything in there. The lid closes up. It's just attached by a little buckle. Clip that in, slide it away, and then when you need it again, pop it out. And again, a really cool bag from DStyle. I like these unique sort of storage or travel option stuff from some of the best brands in Japan. Staying on storage options from some of the best brands in Japan, Ryugi single hook stalkers. We got it back in that sort of tan brown color. I think it's called sand beige. So that's back in stock. And then we also got all of the item bags back in stock. So if you guys had the opportunity to purchase one of these before and we were out of these are back in stock. These are also back in stock. So if you're not familiar, this is the Ryugi Stock Bag II. This guy holds 6 of these. What I do is I own, how many of these do you think we have, Ash? 2 of these big ones. We have 12 of these, right? So we use these for camera gear a lot of times in the boat. I also use these on the rare occasion that I fish out of someone else's boat. I will unpack one of these with the camera stuff, and then I'll put, you know, line in one of these. I'll put hard baits in one or two. I'll put some soft baits in one, accessories, any of my little stuff. It is an awesome modular storage system. If you're a co-angler, you fish from the bank, you like to have just your stuff. You have too much stuff to keep in your car, but you can keep sort of something like this when you go around and just interchange these guys in and out. It's one of the best storage solutions. If I could only have one bag for co-angling or being in someone else's boat, it's this one 100%. Just with the module ability of these bags, just swapping them in and out. Hot swap, you can have 6 in here. If you want to put, you know, 4 in and then leave a big chunk for something else, you can do that also. One of the best storage solutions in fishing, in my opinion, the Ryugi Stock Bag and the Ryugi Item Bag. This is a Ryugi Item Bag 3, Ryugi Stock Bag 2. The Item Bag, 3 colors. You're gonna have the green, you're gonna have the white, and you're gonna have the black. And then the stock bag. So we don't get the stock bags in very often. They have to be shipped a certain way. It takes a long time to get here. So when we get them, they usually roll out pretty quickly and we only get a handful. I usually don't know what colors are gonna come in. This time we got a couple of the black model and a couple of this green color. Again, if you guys have been looking for these, snatch them up. This is a revolving thing, but they don't come in very often. And when they do, they're usually in lower quantities. So yeah, we'll do rods and then we'll do promos. We got a really cool restock of some of the most high-end rods you can possibly get from Japan. These are a made in Japan rod. If you guys are fans of JDM, you know that, you know, back in the day, a lot of the high-end rods were made in Japan. The further that they go and the bigger these brands get, they have to outsource them to China. Some of the best factories for rods in the world are in China. They've become experts at it over the years. But made in Japan rods, some guys just have an affinity for. So this is a 100% made in Japan rod. This is the Daiwa Steez Reel Control. We've had a handful of models in before. We have 3 new models this week. So I'm just gonna touch on them. This is the most high-end product that Daiwa owns. These are, you know, carbon wrapped guides. So there's no, I mean, if you can zoom in on that, Ash, I think we did this last time, but carbon wrap guides, AGS guides. These are gonna have the 0 seat. This is what Kyoya Fujita uses, this line of rods. All of their top pro staff, a lot of them have their own custom spec models in these. If you guys know, you know, this is probably the most badass rod ever made. So this is going to be the 6'1" light in the spinning model. Also, I left one in the package here just so you could see it. This is the case that it comes in. So it's a beautiful case. And then it also comes with one for when you have it all assembled. So you can extend the actual case and leave it in there. This is going to be a 6'8" medium heavy in the spinning lineup. And then in the casting models, we're going to have a 7'2" heavy solid tip. This guy is going to have a lure rating of 3/8 to 1.5 ounces, so a solid tip rod. Now, another thing to keep in mind, these are all ferruled 2-piece rods. Daiwa does a beautiful job in the ferruling. You can't even notice it once you put it together, and you want to, if you say you put it together and you want to leave it, you're never going to remember that it was even ferruled. The lockdown seats are incredible. Again, this is Daiwa's most premium product that they make in their entire lineup. An amazing one, the Steez Reel Control, available now in 3 new models. Okay, quickly on Megabass, there is going to be a promotion launching on Friday for the Orochi XX rods. If you've been looking at Orochi, probably wait until Friday. We'll announce it on Instagram. Everything's kind of hush-hush. You guys know that Megabass never has things on sale. So if you've been looking for an Orochi, Friday is going to be the day for you to go out and pick one up. We have most of the casting models in stock. I think we're pretty thin on spinning. So if you've been looking at Orochi, tomorrow is going to be the day for you guys to pick one up. Now, let's talk Kage. If you're not familiar with Kage, Kage is Daiwa's Pro Shop exclusive lineup. It's not something that is usually available online. It's a beautiful styled rod. They have a full line, tons of different models from bass to walleye. They make spinning reels. It's a phenomenal line of product that Daiwa makes. Now, this is not something you can buy online. You're not allowed to advertise it. This is something that Daiwa has tried to get people in the door to buy, which is kind of, I think, is maybe not ultra preferred. But what we can do is we can take your call, or you can shoot us an email or message us on the chat, and we can get you sorted out. Now, that being said, if you're thinking about purchasing either a Kage rod or reel or both, maybe you just want a combo, you are going to get, and this is actually a pretty cool thing. So this is from Daiwa, the purchase of a Kage rod or reel or both, whichever you want. You're gonna get this super sick Kage dry backpack. So this is a full dry roll top backpack. Is it roll top? Oh, it's zipper top too. The old zipper roll. This one's mine. So yeah, roll top backpack. I'm gonna roll it up. Okay. So yeah, it's a roll top backpack. I don't know what else to say. It says Kage. Kage means shadow. That's why it says hidden in the shadows. You're gonna have a Daiwa branding, bunch of zippers, storage areas. It's all waterproof. So this is something that I always have in my boat, is like a dry pack. I keep extra clothes in there, warm clothes, just anything that you need to keep dry. Maybe you just want to throw this in the back of your truck. Maybe you want to use it as your regular backpack. Whatever you want to do with it. It's $100 USD value, free from Daiwa. So pretty cool thing. If you've been looking at Kage, probably not a better time to buy it. The rods range from like 200 US, so 270 Canadian. So if you're US, it's basically you're getting half the rod back in the cover. Canadian, same thing. It'd be work out to like $135 is what the bag is worth. So just a really cool promo from Daiwa. So that's gonna be a wrap for this week's drop. If you guys haven't already, go check out our video that we put out on Tuesday. Ash put a lot of work into that. We basically went to Lake Biwa. I caught a new personal best, largemouth, personal best overall fish. Yeah, it was an awesome time. We're gonna start a new series where I try to catch 10-pounder. I know you guys down south are pretty spoiled with the ability to catch that. I've been on one lake my entire life where 10-pounders live. So this is gonna be something that we're just gonna keep on doing until we do it. Breaking 10, check out the video from Tuesday. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys later.